Right, well, let's look ahead to tomorrow. Manchester United up against Hull. And there's a video doing the rounds that's got your goat, right?
No, I'll just see a video of the lads dancing in the change room. Listen, I'm all for having a bit of fun on social media and stuff. Listen, but when you're fifth in the league and you're not in the Champions League positions and you're fighting...
Right, be totally honest with us. Would this have happened in your day at United?
No.
Why not?
Because you haven't won anything yet. Until you win something, when you're winning, that's when you go out and do stuff like that. The reason as well, because I've dug out Arsenal players for things like this before, and it'd be wrong of me not to speak about the United players. Listen, I'm all for having fun, and I think part of Pogba's appeal especially is that he's a happy, free spirit, which I wouldn't want to take anything away from. But I think there's timing and there's getting the balance right, and when you do these things is when there's...
I think that's the thing, Ray, isn't it? It's getting the balance right, isn't it? Liverpool had the same problem with Balotelli. He was more famous for what he did off the field than doing it on the pitch. And I think once you win it, you can do whatever you want. But if you don't win anything and you fail at the last minute, you end up looking idiotic because of it.
Maybe Jesse's just excited that he's dancing with the world's most expensive footballer.
Is that the training ground?
It's the training ground, But listen, they can dance. Don't get me wrong.
They've got moves. Just keep it in house. Have the fun, have the banter, have the great spirit. But
that's the thing. It's his obsession. It's the obsession of sharing it with the rest of the world.
But if that comes out after you've just got to a cup final, or you've won the cup final, or you've won a league or something like that. Listen, I'll be pushing it out all over the game. I'll be the first one to be doing that. But I want to. Looking at myself, the way I'd have been thinking about it, we're fifth in the league. We're fighting for a Champions League position. We haven't got our hands on any silverware yet. I'd want to keep myself under the radar a little bit until I get to that point.
There's a tweet that came in from Andrew. He says, "I'd love nothing more than Fergie to walk in and punch the pair of them."
If Fergie's there, no chance.
Wouldn't happen. And James Maguire, Lingard needs to grow up and work on his game. The club should ban him and the rest of them from social media. It's an interesting one, Jesse, because he's got more criticism for this than Paul Pogba. And I think people look at that and they go, well, it's Paul Pogba. He's already achieved something in the game. He deserves to do that. Jesse Lingard is a young guy who's actually fighting for his place in the United starting 11.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Doing it at the timing of this type of thing, that's the problem, because you allow yourself to be open to criticism. Your players, you want to get criticised when you're doing something on the pitch, not when off the pitch. And that's the problem. You leave yourself wide open. But listen, Jesse Lingard's a top young player, and I think he's going to go on to do great things in the game. And I just think sometimes it's the club are looking at these things, and social media now, sometimes you can't control it, because players that are pressing a button can put something out.
It's hard to get the balance right, though, isn't it? Because if you're a young player, you want to be on social media.
No, but as Rio said, if Jesse Lingard scores the winner in the FA Cup final, which he did, and that was afterwards in the dressing room, you'd forgive it. You'd say no problem at all. He's just scored the winner.
If he's on the bench against Hull tomorrow.
But that's the thing. If they lose tomorrow against Hull, with the results that I mean, they shouldn't do, of course, but with all the results that have just gone. You need them to be successful to justify it all, that's all.
But there's pressure on young players, or any player now, to use social media. You know, sponsors want you to be doing it, fans think that it makes you feel closer to the players.
In the right way. In the right way, not dancing the night before a game.
Stevie, how many of your sponsors, Mac are the same, all of us are the same, will say to you, listen, we want you to do this on a Thursday night, can you do this? 9 times out of 10, you'd look at the fellow who's asking and say, are you sure? No. Because I don't want to do it then, because it ain't right for me. And that's the thing, you've got to be able to have the personality to say, listen, when the time's right, I'll do this, and don't leave yourself out there for criticism.
If we go for a dance tonight and I see your phone coming out of your pocket, I'll know exactly what's going on.
I'm on the way home, mate. I'm going home. I've got things to do when I get back.
School run in the morning.
School run.
The perfect dad, that's what he is. You're, aren't you? You're back in London for the school run in the morning.